everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports.
It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Chargers have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Broncos, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Begin the drive with Charles. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to throw. Jensen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! No, check! Patriot!
To throw on 3rd down. Jensen. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Operating from the gun. Jensen. Over the middle, complete. It's Graves. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry here for Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. Forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! What? Ohio, let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 17-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards on the ground. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go! What?
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. and the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Following a field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jensen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Jensen. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Detroit!
Here's Charles. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Jensen. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Throwing on first down, Jensen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
go back to the ground now with Charles. And some room to work. And he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
On first down, Jensen. Throw left side complete. It's Daniel. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
To throw on second is Watson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Watson just beating the play clock. He's airing it out for Williams. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Green 39! Green 39!
Coming right, this is Charles. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. $7 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Jensen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Jamal Charles on third down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Flex round! Flex! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go, Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go!
To the air yet again, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Come on, let's go!
From the 50, it's Watson. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Watson looks to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go! One! Alert! Alert! 3 down! 3 down! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now it's Charles taking it from the pistol. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases. To amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. In the red zone this time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now a give, right side, Charles. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jensen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the play clock's running down. And that'll set them back 5. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Brand 38. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peters. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that one. They opened the lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ohio. Let's go. White 9. Flex round. Flex round.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Ohio.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
6 yards to go here on second down. Now a handoff. This is Charles. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Here we go now.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, Jensen. Throw left side complete. It's Graves. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Jensen got his man complete over the middle. It's Daniel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jensen over the middle, complete. That's Olsen. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a give. Left side, it's Charles. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They run it. It's Charles. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here to his running back, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Hey, come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex Ohio. Ohio. Check 31. Check 31. Flex round. Flex round. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Ohio. 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 Here we go. Flex round. 38.
On second down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Jensen got his man complete over the middle. It's Olsen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. You just saw another example of it there.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes left side. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. McManus now for the extra point. So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
Again, it's Charles. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good.